My First Seal Clubber, a Crossout video for beginners by Dangerously Incompetent. When you start playing Crossout, you'll have a ride a bit like this. It'll be a huntsman with a bunch of cords on it, and it's jolly good fun, and you're driving around like a loony, shooting up the opposition and showing up. Great, marvellous. And then you play a bit more, and you might get to a growl, you might get some blue weapons, you might get some blue wheels on there, but it's still... everyone's much of a muchness, and you're driving around and shooting everyone. Yeah, great, hurrah. But then you get past engineers level 10 and you leave the nursery and you get thrown into the shark pool, where there's all sorts of horrible people driving around just making a mess of your ride with ease, it seems. And some of them will be trying to seal club away. They'll have a minimal build that's just a harvester, a cabin and some wheels and a frame, or they'll be on hovers. Be a couple of hovers, a bit of frame, a cabin, and then a bunch of machine guns on top, or possibly cannons. And at that point you'll start looking around, how do I take these guys out? And you'll see lots of posts, videos and blogs and forum chats of they're overpowered, seal clubs, blah blah blah. For my money, they're not overpowered. They're not throw your hands up in the air in despair and just quit out the battle as soon as you end up facing one. They're not that powerful. They're more powerful than they should be for the power score, which is what the matching are. Your power score's sort of the same as their power score because you've met them in the battle and the matchmakers matched you up. But they're doing a lot better on the kill efficiency for the power score. You've got several options at this point. The first is just start whining and then rage quit the game. I don't advise that one. I mean, firstly, don't whine if you're a newbie. You're not entirely sure what's going on. You don't know how much more powerful they are because you've never tried playing them. Don't rage quit because it is a good game, and these overpowered builds aside, once you get past them, you'll get enough parts or the right parts to counter them and fight them on the pretty much equal terms, and then you'll find they're not that overpowered after all. But it's getting to that point when you're sitting there, when I've got a couple of blues and this guy just drove along with a yellow harvester and just and it's through me. What do I do? Well, the third option is play through it, which is the one I advise. Keep fighting all the time. That's the first thing. If they're really giving you a pain, try and hang around with someone similar. If there's a hover on your side, hang around with him, and then their harvester won't come near you because he's going to get shot up by your side's hover. Or the other hover on the enemy team won't come and get you, because if he does, your hover will get them. Hang around with someone who's got one of those more powerful builds, or someone who's doing well at countering those builds. So throw, like, someone's got a train plow on the front of their vehicle. If a harvester comes at them, they'll back off, get the train plow in front, in between them and the harvester. The harvester will grind away at it, and he'll just shoot the guy with the harvester. And if he's doing it with the seal clubber build, he's got very little durability and he'll go. So if you're hanging around with that guy, you'll survive. You can help him kill the harvester, the seal clubber, and away you go onto the next battle. And if all that fails, you remember that sometimes those seal clubber builds, they might be really experienced players, or they might not, but they've got a more powerful build than you. Sometimes they're on your side, so they'll help you win, and when you win you get more resources, so it helps you. And also remember that the rewards for battles are weighted towards the middle, so provided you've done at least some damage, you shot something off some vehicle, the reward system goes, he's taken part in the battle. If you just die with doing absolutely nothing, having shot off nothing, you'll end up with nothing, because the reward system will think, he's just chucked himself in battle and done nothing. But once you've shot something off, you'll get a bunch of rewards, and the best player that who's done the most on the opposite team, reward wise, they'll only get triple what you've got as the worst player on the losing team. There's about 3 times as much coins worth of reward is what they're going to get. So it's not a crippling experience doing badly on a losing team, because it's not like World of Tanks where it costs you resources to go into the battle, into the mission, so you always come out positive. There's another option. If it really starts getting on your nerves, these guys in the harvesters and the hovers, then stop doing missions, because there's a whole load of other stuff. Yeah, you don't get rewards. Oh, you do get rewards for Battle Royale, and everybody's in the same car to start with. All right, you'll find another problem there, which is groups. It's called groups, platoons. They have 3 people in a platoon, and they'll cooperate and murder everyone else. They'll gang up on everyone else, murder everyone else, and then fight it out amongst themselves at the end. But there's raids. Okay, they cost you fuel, but you get free fuel, so you use your free fuel up and do these. And then there's adventure. I mean, this has specifically been put in for newbies. It really has. Apart from the group side quests, is it? No, there's side quests, which you can do easily. And then there's the main quest, which you can do easily. And there's the group, I've forgotten what they call, group quest, group adventure, where there's 4 of you going off. And yeah, if you're starting out, don't do those, because they're in-game sort of thing for experienced players with big, tough builds. But all the rest of it, you can play through that and get some rewards. And then there's brawls, which give you rewards like big black scorpions. There you go. Everyone's in exactly the same car, and you're playing with one of the not legendary relic weapons, the scorpion. So there's all this other stuff you can do other than missions if it's getting on your nerves. So you can do that, and you can play the market. You take the resources you're getting from raids, and then you do stuff in the market. You buy and sell. Have a look at I've got a long list of the incompetent way to make money in Crossout videos. Go and have a look at them. At least some of them are aimed at when you're really just starting out. You're dealing with white stuff. Let's get rid of the legendaries. A couple of coins, or even, there we go. Cabin's not good. Yeah, you're dealing with cents, and you can still make a profit, and you can play the market if that's your thing. If it's not your thing, then you're going to have to play through, or avoid. Or there's a final option, and the final option is get your credit card out, which, after all, is what Gaijin and Target Gem really want you to do. They want you to get your credit card out, give them the money. And if you're going to do that, now is a very good time to do it. And it will be for the next 8 days. I'm videoing this on Monday, so it'll be Tuesday next week. Oh, it runs out? Is that? No. Anyway, you've got about a week, or less, if you're watching this video. If you're not watching this video as soon as it appeared on your subscriber feed. Frostburn pack is on sale, only €16. I mean, that's. You can argue that, I'm not buying a whole game with €16. I'm just buying this tiny part. Well, you're buying this teeny tiny part to you're not paying to win. You're paying to advance quicker. You're leapfrogging all that grindy bit where you can't afford a harvester and you can't afford hovers. There you get what have you got? Icebox cabin, and this build. You got this build which looks big and impressive, but its performance is a bit mediocre, if you ask me. And you got all this stuff, but what you're really buying for your €16 is 2,100 coins. Now if we look at the coins value, 2,100, that's getting close to it. €25, the regular price. I think, admittedly, I haven't. Get in there. Where's he gone? Admittedly, I haven't paid too much attention to the shop because I haven't actually paid for anything. But it seems to me that this is about as good as a bargain as you're going to get that gives you enough 2,100 coins to go into the market, go to the movement parts, go to the purple movement parts, the epic stuff, and here we are. You can buy hovers. You can buy... These are the hovers you can build, which at the moment I would go for because they give you more acceleration. They've got slightly less durability. I mean, they've got 150 durability, whereas the ones that come in the pack, the ones that come... Is it Inventor pack? Look. Yeah, here we are. The Inventor pack. This is where most people bought their hovers from, probably. €70. Ouch! No. We'll buy the 2,100 coins for €16 and we'll go to the market and buy either 3 of these or 3 of these. There's a... Targem have said they're going to change hovers. They think they're too manoeuvrable, too low down. And the last change they floated was to increase the power score massively and increase the durability a bit. So in future these might be the hovers to go for rather than these ones. But if and when that ever happens, you could sell these ones and buy these ones. And then once you got some hovers, you build yourself something. No, it's not in the packs. There it is. This. Yes, this one please. So 3 hovers on a sideways build. Slap your machine guns on the top. Stick some a little bit of structure in here for a bit more durability and get the balance right. Put some light parts on there to absorb a couple of cannon shots. And off you go. Seal clubbing with the best of them for €16. Let's see what the €16 sideways hover seal clubber build is capable of in battle. Now, a word of warning about your sideways hover: the control system, even if you rejig your buttons, it does my head in, because you can move everything around. So sideways is forwards and sideways is backwards and backwards is sideways, and yes, all that. Rejig the keys around and that makes sense, but it doesn't help when you try turning, because when you're moving forward you're actually moving sideways, and when you're moving backwards you're moving sideways, and then when you turn and when you're moving sideways you're actually reversing, so it turns around the opposite way. The turning really does my head in. But then you could always go for a 4 hover build, play it the right way round for the controls, because you can afford to buy a 4th hover with that 2,100 coins. So we've taken the gun from Emma and then finished her off. Something was happening to my right there. Can we see them? Well, luckily they didn't concentrate on me because I didn't spot them. We've got a radio in here. I haven't got a radar. Oh, here we go. Here's a would-be seal clubber with a harvester, and he's failing to take apart a newbie build. It's armed with an autocannon. That's not a bot. It's just a player, and he's utterly failed. Now I've come along and made a mess of him. So Danny Turland did the right thing. He carried on fighting. He dodged. He turned. Managed to out-turn the harvester mostly, and waited for a friend to turn up to help him. Good on you. Stick it to those seal clubbers. That's what I say. Now, how many have we got left? Oh, we've only got 2 guys left. And oh, here's another one. Is he? No, he's not concentrating on me, so I've got free reign to shoot his cannon off, because he's busy trying to finish off one of my allies. He's almost managed it as well. Oh, he has managed it, but there you go, his guns. He's stuffed now. All I have to do is not get close enough to get caught in explosion range when he self-destructs. What have we got left? 1 guy left. Oh, where is he? Who knows? So let's play it safe and go for the cap. Oh, I can see some drone. He's a drone user. He's turret dropping. Yeah, they were up in the north there. I don't fancy chasing him down, because as soon as I come near him, he'll drop turrets. And anyway, it's quicker to capture and win. So that's what you can do with your €16.